Doug has lost the locker room, and I just want to ask you, what is your observations about any change in terms of the relationship in that regard?
I mean, I shouldn't even have to. You got to do your job, so you got to ask it. But I shouldn't even have to answer it. I mean, not at all. I don't know where that's coming from, so I don't even want to really expand on something that's just not true. So,
where's the frustration level at with this team right now? As you kind of getting close, but haven't been able to kind of get that first one of the year.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Obviously, it's hard. The hardest part, and which is, I mean, we've done a good job of, to be honest, and obviously we haven't gotten the results we wanted, like I've said. But the hardest part is, dealing with it Sunday and not getting the result you want, and just the next couple of days, like you're thinking about every situation. You're thinking about, one play here or there that could have changed the game. Obviously 3 of our 4 losses have been right there, and it comes down to a couple plays, and so that's hard to kind of get over that hump, and then to get back. Like now Wednesday, we've finally flushed it, and now we're ready to prepare for Indy, and we have a great plan put together that we've started. Obviously it's going to grow as the week goes on, but that's the hard, I think, part of the week to get through, is just because you're just sick. You put all the time in for these games, and then when you don't perform and you don't get the result you wanted, it's a bad feeling, especially when you put the time in. So I'd say that is the frustrating part. But now we're on to Indy, and, we got to put another great week together of preparing to beat them here at home. Big opportunity to get on track, and just take it one week at a time. The start of the season was what it was. We can't go back now, and we just have to take it one game at a time and get this thing going on the right track.
Trevor, what can you say about Brian, just how he's responded to more being added to his plate the last couple of weeks?
He's done a great job. He's been prepared. He's known the plan. Obviously, his skill set and talents, you see him every week, and his ability to really just do everything that we need him to do. Win down the field, get open, create separation, and he's done a great job of that all season. So I thought Sunday was one of his best games and should have been even bigger. We had some more opportunities down the field that we're going to connect on in the future. So it's exciting watching him play and just seeing how much better he's gotten through the first 4 games. I mean, he's still so young. I think 21, 22. I don't know when his birthday is, but so it's going to be fun to see him just keep getting better.
Doug mentioned his competitiveness on the field, especially after big plays. I mean, just what have you seen just outside of him?
Just shows up and plays. Like he makes the plays that come to him. Like we've said the whole time, doesn't talk too much. He's kind of a quieter guy, but then on the field he just comes alive, and you see some of that spark and some of that competitiveness when he makes plays. You see it celebrating or whatever it is, and he'll let the DB know about it. So it's cool to watch the quarterback and to see a guy that's really fired up to play and loves the game.
Has he come out of his shell at all off the field with you guys?
Definitely, yeah. He's come out a little bit. He's just a quieter guy naturally, but he's definitely come out of his shell. He's talking more in meetings, and just when we watch some tape after practice and all those things, and just hanging out with the guys, he's starting to be around a little bit more. So he's definitely come out of his shell. I think naturally just more of an introverted guy, which is everybody's different. So it's been great getting to know him.
Was it funny, or whatever your reaction was when he jumped up and started yapping at Jalen right after the pass interference like that? Was that shocking for all you guys, kind of seeing, knowing what he had done before? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't think he would do. He would get competitive and get a little fiery in practice, but not quite as much. It's your own team, stuff like that. But hadn't got a chance to really see it as much, like live in game. So it was cool to see that, and I don't think anybody knew what to expect. And it's been fun seeing him come out of his shell, like you said, on game day and when he makes plays.
Did he ever tell you guys what he said to Jalen?
No, I don't think we ever talked about it. I don't know what he said. I think he was just letting him know that should have been touchdown and he got beat.
Are you seeing defenses kind of have to start to respect him? And what does that say? Because considering it's just 4 games into his career.
I mean, I think it's obvious that you have to respect him. You look at our offense. Really, we have a lot of playmakers on the perimeter and everywhere. So I think, of course you have to respect him. We're still getting a decent amount of man coverage though out there with him. So that's great, giving us opportunities. So. I think obviously teams are going to start to respect him more and more as he continues to make plays, and I'm sure game plans will change, and people will try to take him out of the game a little bit more, but usually that opens up somebody else. So, you kind of go week-to-week basis on who you're playing and what the plan is, but I definitely think, teams are obviously going to have to respect what he's done so far.
In 22, you guys had a losing streak in the middle of the season, with 5 games, and then all of a sudden, light switch kind of comes on, start rolling off wins. Are there any similarities you can kind of take from that, or lessons you learned during that season to apply to what's going on now?
Yeah, I think, I've dealt with a few of these in my career, unfortunately. It's never fun, and it's like every time it happens, it's just, you have to be very thick-skinned, and you have to be just persistent. This is a tough sport, it's a tough game. You're gonna, every week, especially when you're in a situation like this, you have to be very thick-skinned and have to keep your head down and keep working. I have no doubt that we're gonna find our way out of this, and we're gonna be really good moving forward. And the frustrating part, like I said, is we all feel like it should have happened already, right? And it's like it hasn't happened in the first 4 weeks, which is really frustrating because we feel like we've done everything right during the week. We've prepared the right way. We're detailed, and sometimes that hasn't carried over on Sunday, so that is frustrating. But I've been in this situation before. I've been on teams where we've come out of it and won. After that, I think we won 6 straight after we lost 5 straight, and or whatever it ended up being. And been on the opposite side of it last year where I think we won 5 or 6 straight, and then we lost a bunch straight. So it's a long season, and you just have to keep playing. You can't get too far ahead of yourself, and you can't sulk in the past either. We're at where we're at. We've lost our first 4 games. Sucks, but you can't go back and change it. So all you have is this week, and you can't look ahead to. You can't go get 4 in 1 week either. All we can do is just win this game this week. So I think that's the message, and that's where I truly believe that because I've experienced it, and I know that that's what it takes to get out of these ruts and to really get the team going and get some momentum. It just takes one. So whatever we have to do, each individual to feel their best, play their best on Sunday. That's what we need to do this week. Keep practicing hard. Like I said, we put the work in. It's not that. It's just carrying everything over to the game and just making the plays. I'm speaking to myself too, and I got confidence in that.
You're going to hate this, but it doesn't feel like 2021, Ben. Talking back to Gene's point, like that was, I assume that's the only time in your playing career where you really felt locker room,
definitely doesn't feel like 2021. Obviously, even in 2021, being a rookie and pretty naive, like I didn't really understand the situation either until obviously later in the season. That's when it started to feel pretty, grim. Towards the end. Honestly, at this point, even in 21. I think week 4 we lost, what was it, Cincinnati? Yeah. And we lost a close one, not to bring up anyways, we lost a close one in Cincinnati on Thursday night. We lost on a walk-off field goal to Cincinnati, who ended up going to the Super Bowl that year. So it wasn't even like, and this is a much better team as far as from a lot of standpoints, but talent-wise, and we just got to click, and, we got to go prove it. Obviously, the talent only gets you so far, and we've been saying that we're a good team, and we got to go win some games. So we know that. I can keep saying that, and we got to go prove it. But, I have a lot of faith in this team, the group we have. It's a tight-knit group. We got some good leadership. We just have to, like I said, it just takes one, and we got to go do it this week.
Trevor, Sunday with the throwbacks, honoring Tom, how just with all the history being poured on that day, does that make that game just a little bit more get amped up for just what that game's kind of, showing about the team?
Yeah, that, and just playing at home. This is only our second home game. We've been on the road a lot this year, so I think that is we're obviously really excited to be back home in our own stadium, and of course the throwbacks, the history here. Coach Coughlin being the Ring of Honor. Everything he's done for the team. Just a great man. I've obviously interacted with him a lot since I've been here and done some stuff with the J Fund. Just what he does and what he does for others has been cool to see. Obviously, he didn't coach me, so I didn't get to see that part. But I have a lot of respect for what he was able to do on the field, but off of it too. His legacy speaks for itself. So that means a lot. The throwbacks, obviously, the uniforms were sweet, and just tribute for the history of this team. And it's been 30 years or so. So it's cool to be able to wear those uniforms and put them back on and represent this city the right way on Sunday. And but we got to worry about just find a way to win the game. That'll be the best way to represent the city, is go win the game.
It's your birthday on Sunday too, right?
It is. Appreciate that. My birthday Sunday. Yeah. Awesome. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.